Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone live. Whittaker Out By Christmas. The sources have gotten back to me today. I told you they would. Yeah, so there's been more developments. Now, this rumor has been circulating a while, but it kind of disappeared. And now it's back again, this rumor. But apparently Jodie Whittaker is leaving Christmas. Now, if that means, I don't know if that means the special is going to be on Christmas Day, but apparently she's gone. According to the latest source information, Jodie Whittaker is leaving Doctor Who. But here's the thing. It might be sooner than everybody thinks. Series 13 is when most people are predicting. There's some YouTubers out there, as you do know, that have said there's a possibility that she could stick on for another 2 seasons. But the latest information that we've been given is Jodie Whittaker will indeed be let go, if you want to put it nicely, Christmas. They don't want to continue any further with the Whittaker and Chibnall era. Listen, we've been speaking about this for the last couple of months. If you see the promotion that Jodie Whittaker has gotten for Series 12, and ever since the show has stopped, she's gotten hardly any promotion at all. There's been hardly any promotion for the Christmas special as well. So, to me, it seems more and more likely that she is going to go. It's just a matter of when. And the latest, as I said, this rumor was floating around after Series 11. But again, me sources have told me that this has never went away, and it's still being discussed. And there is a possibility. Right now, the source believes there's a 50-50 chance that she's gone by Christmas. 50-50. Now, again, I will say this is all rumor and speculation and must be taken as such until BBC come out with some official statement. Now, BBC have never officially confirmed that Jodie Whittaker is staying on. Only Jodie Whittaker herself has officially said that she's staying on. The same with Chris Chibnall. But BBC have made no such comment. So for fans out there that are saying, "Oh, she's staying," BBC haven't actually confirmed that she's staying. And until BBC confirmed that she's staying, it's up in the air, as far as I'm concerned anyway. So, this, as I said, this rumor has been going around a while. But I've been told today that there is a 50-50 chance that she will be gone by Christmas. Now, does that mean that the special is going to be dropped Christmas Day? Well, if that's the case, BBC want to get their skating boots on, because we're in September now. December is not far away. Where's the promotion? Where's the other trailer? Or where is a trailer if it's coming out by Christmas? Do I believe that she'll go by Christmas? I've always maintained that I think she will, because I'll tell you why. That we all know, and the J-bots can deny it because they've been doing it all day yesterday and coming after me yesterday because I broke the other news, right? But they've been coming after me. But here's the thing. I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? But here's the thing. It's, as I said, nothing's being officially confirmed, right? So until it's officially confirmed, there's a possibility that she's gone, right? Do I honestly believe that she's going to go? I do, because I think logically speaking, right, and you look at the facts, right? And if you look at the facts, the cold hard facts show that the show is on the slide. 7 million households have walked away. And forget about the fans walking away. Everybody's been making a great point that even if the casual viewer is walking away, then you're in serious trouble. And that's exactly what's happened, right? Now, I honestly do believe myself This is just me, my opinion, right? This is nothing to do with sources. This is just speculation on the rumors that I've gotten and the information that I've gotten, and I've putting this together, right? I believe she will regenerate Christmas, and I do believe that they will actually leave it as a cliffhanger. We'll see her regenerating, but we won't see who she regenerates into. I firmly believe that Series 13 is not going to be filmed. For the simple reason is that I'm being honest, I think we're all going to be going back into lockdown pretty soon enough. There's places around the world already where you can see it. There's some parts of Manchester, some parts of Glasgow and Scotland that have been re-shut down. It's going to happen again. I do not see Series 13 being filmed anytime soon. So I think BBC will make that decision because, as I said, this pandemic has given them a window of opportunity to make the changes that are necessary to be made to bring this show back up to where it needs to be. And, so that's where I stand. I honestly do believe, and this is just my belief, that she definitely go Christmas, because logically speaking, I can't see her staying on for Series 13 because it wouldn't make sense, because the facts don't back up and the ratings don't back up or justify Jodie Whittaker getting another season. It's as simple as that. So me personally, I think she will regenerate in that scene that they filmed, because I do believe there was a regeneration scene filmed. There's still people denying chaos in Cardiff happened, even though BBC Radio themselves actually released a bit of a statement to say that there was problems behind the scenes during Series 11, and they carried on into Series 12. Now, I don't know how much more evidence you need to be told that there actually was problems behind the scenes, but there are still some out there, and a particular YouTuber who calls me the Irishman. Listen, if you've anything to say about any of the rumor or speculation videos that I do, why don't you come to me and talk to me instead of actually having a little go and say that I'm lying or whatever it was you said in your video. You live in America. I'm closer to the action than you are anyway, and I don't care who you had on your channel in the past. Doesn't make you the number one person to go to for source information. And it doesn't even make me the number one person. What I'm trying to say is people will have multiple sources. It doesn't mean that one source is right over another. We don't know. I'm just putting the information out there. That's what I've been told. So I firmly believe, myself, that that's what will happen. But what do you guys in the chat think? And also, would you like to see her gone by Christmas? Do you think Christmas is the right time to get rid of her? Let me know. But there you go. So the latest is 50-50 chance Whittaker will be gone by Christmas. Now, I also have been told, by the way, because I followed up, I asked a follow-up question. I says, if she goes by Christmas, will she be gone voluntarily or will she be fired? And I was told that she's gone by Christmas, it's because she was fired. So that's what I've been told. So if she goes by Christmas, she's fired. Right? She hasn't left of her own volition. So no matter how BBC spin this, when they do spin it, don't believe it for 1 second. She was fired. That's what I've been told. If she goes by Christmas, she'll be fired. Now, it kind of annoys me, because if the rumors and speculation are true about what happened after Series 11, which was the fact that apparently Chris Chibnall went up to see Piers Wenger and handed in his resignation along with Whittaker, and he convinced them to stay. Well, all I'll just say is Piers Wenger also must go, because he made the decision to keep them on. And now if they are actually being told that they're getting the boot, well, he must get the boot as well. He must also get the boot, because he's the one that made the decision to keep them on for another season as well. So Piers Wenger's job should be taken away from him as well. We've got a £5 super chat. And he says, I reckon there's two versions of the special, one with a regeneration and one without. I agree with you, Nicholas. That's what I believe as well. I believe that they have filmed two, because they leave it because they wanted to see how Series 12 would be received. Now, let's be honest, compared to Series 11, Series 12 was well received up until obviously we got to Orphan 55 and then we got to the two-part finale. And then it doesn't matter what good was in that series, right? It was ruined by Orphan 55 and by the Timeless Children story arc. And why do I say Orphan 55? Well, because I put an interesting poll up on Twitter and I asked fans when their passion for Doctor Who basically left them. And I asked people, was it the Timeless Children? Was it before the Timeless Children? And a lot of people said it was before the Timeless Children. And then I start thinking back to when everybody in the fandom actually lost the plot with the new series. Okay, we can go back to Series 11 and say that there's 2 episodes in Series 11 that definitely annoyed fans. But you get to Series 12 and then you get Orphan 55, and I think that's the most universally panned episode, along with Praxis, isn't it? The other one or whatever that one is, yeah. So, I think that's when, I think Series 12, in fairness for me, Series 11, yes, it did, it was in serious trouble, but I never thought he'd go this far, and he has. So, yeah, I would have to say Series 12. But a lot of you actually say that, his passion had gone before the Timeless Children story arc. And that is very telling indeed, because the Timeless Children story arc not only destroyed the show's history or lore, if you want to, but the fact that fans have actually lost that passion before that actually says a lot. It really does. And I've got the usual knobheads on Twitter now attacking me because I'm obviously doing this video. Again, I will stress, it's rumor and speculation, you morons. What do you not get? Do I need to shake the sawdust out of your heads until you get it? It's rumor and speculation. I am not saying this is fact. This is what I've been told. Okay? And it'd be very interesting if you didn't watch The Inquisition last night. Gary from Neurotic basically confirmed on his show last night that Whittaker and Chibnall will be gone. Now, he said Series 13, but he also did say it could happen before that, if I'm correct in saying. And he's also done a video a few weeks back that was universally blocked all over the world when he wanted to talk about the latest rumors and speculation that he had, right? So some of the news that he's relaying fits in with mine. Now, he's had his news months before mine. The thing is Gary holds on to some information and waits for the right time to release it, right? So Gary's had this. He was right about the Timeless Children story arc. Even I was one of those last year that was saying, nah, they're not going to do this. Even I came out and said, Gary, come on now. And he was right. His source was right. So when his source says the same thing, right, and says that Whittaker and Chibnall are gone or are going, and he did actually say, though, unless something changes, right? And that is the caveat that I will use as well. Unless something changes, this is going to happen. I'm guaranteed that if Chris Chibnall does get the opportunity to do Series 13, he's so arrogant, right, and has such a big ego that he'll continue down the same path anyway, because he'll know that his job is gone after Series 13, so he'll triple down. He will triple down. So they're best getting rid of him now, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So he doesn't do that. Because if Series 13 is worse than what Series 12 was, there is no fandom. There is no fandom. You think 7 million households is going to be bad? The rest that's left will leave. They will leave. There's no point. They won't come back. You will have the Whittaker fans that will obviously, well, they claim to watch. It'll be very interesting if we do all stop watching to see if the Whittaker fans can actually sustain this show. They've already proven that they can't. But we could put the final nail in the coffin. If he does come back for Series 13, which I think is very highly unlikely right now due to the pandemic. But if he does, right, he's going to triple down. So our job will be to convince people out there that aren't happy with Chris Chibnall's era to convince them that the right thing to do is to switch off until he's gone, right? And bring the audience numbers down even further, right? We need a boycott, right? They've told us to go, so we go. We do it. Let them learn the lesson the hard way, because they'll soon find out when they keep telling us to go that this show is not as strong as they think, and the actress that's playing the role isn't as strong. By the way, Eddie Ascaro on Twitter has actually put up an interesting poll. If you are on Twitter, go and vote. So he has asked, should Jodie Whittaker, now this is not based on gender, he's made it clear, right? He's put up a big long post before he's put this poll up. He's just asking a simple question. Should Jodie Whittaker be paid the same amount of money as Peter Capaldi, right? Now, I've already answered and I said no. And the reason why I said no is for the simple fact is she doesn't do the same amount of work as Peter Capaldi has done. She does less episodes. And if you look at it, in the 3 years that she's played the Doctor, she's only produced 2 seasons and a Christmas special. Now, that is down to Chibnall, but should she be paid the same amount of money? The answer is no. That's not equality. Equality is that she goes in and gets paid for doing the same work as Peter Capaldi, but she's not doing that. So no, she should get paid less. And by the way, as I said as well, they should actually put a performance clause into Jodie Whittaker's contract, because she's clearly out of her depth. So again, she shouldn't be getting paid what Peter Capaldi is paid. And in fairness, I would actually reduce her wages each year the show drops in quality and her acting drops in quality. I do not like Whittaker as an actress. Someone tried to bait me today, by the way, just to let you know. They turned around and said, oh, Jodie Whittaker is a wonderful actress and a wonderful mother, right? I don't give a crap if she's the greatest mother on the planet. I judge Jodie Whittaker on her acting and the things that she says about the show and the propaganda that she spins. I honestly don't give a flying fuck about her personal life, okay? So again, it was a nice try, but big fail on your part. I'm not going to be falling for stuff like that. I don't care what she does as a mother. She probably is the greatest mother in the world, probably the greatest hard-working mother in the world. I don't give a crap. I judge her on her acting ability and her acting talent, which she has very little of. So I hope I've made that clear, right? And again, this whole thing, I hate women. I don't hate women. I just hate bullshitters. Right? And there's plenty of women bullshitters out there. Trust me. It's not just the guys. Right? So, what do you guys think? We've already gotten Nicholas Horton's opinion via Super Chat. He says, I reckon there'll be 2 versions of the special, one with the regeneration and one without. What do you guys think in the chat? Let me know. So again, I'll just, if anybody's just joined, because I see that the amount of people watching me every time I do a Jodie Whittaker video now hits over 50. So there's 53 of you here. 8 of you are going to dislike this video. Do it now, please. Get it done and over with. And also leave your little comment as well. Why don't you, in the comment section when this goes up later on. These are morons, but however. I have said this is rumor speculation, but you'll go on to Twitter now, won't you? Say, oh, Noel's lying. Noel's a liar. He's spreading rumors. He can't be spreading rumors. We can't have people spreading rumors on speculation anymore because we're a bunch of little Nazis and we can't have anybody having a different opinion or spreading speculation and rumor that they got from sources because we run the fandom now. We can't have any of that sort of behavior going on, even though it's been in fandom for decades. If they have filmed the regeneration scene, who's replacing Jodie? Well, if you go back to the classic era, you will see that they actually filmed the regeneration scene without the actor that they were going to replace the old Doctor with. So they can just do the regeneration, right? And they also, if they did it with McCoy and Baker, that's the example I'm using, because they couldn't get there because Colin Baker refused to come back and do the regeneration scene. So yeah, I know. I'm just giving Classic Who as an example. Fake New Who. So because that's where we base it on. So it doesn't matter. They can film the regeneration scene and just leave it as a cliffhanger. End it with the titles coming up. They don't have to show us. They don't have to show us who the actor is, because they're not going to be able to film the next series of Doctor Who. Well, listen, Peter Capaldi got pushed. Christopher Eccleston got pushed. So if people are saying it's not likely for Whittaker to be pushed, if she was pushed, she was pushed. Trust me. Now they'll spin it like they spinned it with Peter, like they spinned it with Christopher Eccleston. They won't actually come out and ever admit that they got rid of her. But the female doctor experiment under Jodie Whittaker has failed. If they had got a decent actress, we probably wouldn't be in this position. Well, we would, because we'd still have his bad writing, but we'd only be criticising the writing. We wouldn't be criticising the actress, because if you got an Olivia Colman or a Jodie Comer sort of doctor, I don't think any fans would be complaining, because those actresses can actually act. I love the examples that J-Bots give me. Black Mirror, sorry. You do know she spent most of the episode on her back. She played a cheating wife. It's not very hard to play a cheater and do glances across the table. You know? Like, not very hard. Broadchurch, she played a grieving mother. Again, not very hard to do. By the way, someone put up a poster of all of our different faces, right? And I wrote her range. They wrote up on her range. And basically all it is pictures of Jodie Whittaker crying or doing a scrunch face. And it says, yeah, that is her range. A moany hole. Cry baby moany hole. That's what she does best. But she can't do cry baby moany hole Doctor Who, because it doesn't work. And that's what she'll always be. Do you know what location the regeneration scene was filmed? It was filmed around the same time that John Barrowman did his piece, his cameo. His cameo was added in later on. But if you're asking me for specific details on where this scene was actually filmed, I don't know. I just get the information and I put it out there. Sometimes we get a lot of detail, sometimes we don't. So all I know is that it was filmed around the same time that they did the extra filming. And there was a section closed off, actually. Someone did put a photograph up on Twitter around the same time as well. Maybe if you go through my Twitter or one of my friends, you'll probably find that photograph. But listen, at the end of the day, as I said, I'm just here giving news, you know, and that's just basically it. So there's a 50-50 chance. There's 59 of you watching. There was 63. Do us a favor. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to share the stream as well. As I said, you know, there's a 50-50 chance. But if Whittaker does go by Christmas, it's not because she left of her own volition. I want to make that clear, because BBC will spin this. She was fired. Just like Peter Capaldi, just like Christopher Eccleston. She was fired. And rightly so, in my opinion. And it's 2 years too late. She should never have been given the job, because she was the wrong actress. The woman can't act. Listen, I know people out there think she's a good actress. I honestly, truly believe she's a crap actress, right? It's not to do with hate. I actually can't stand her on the screen. Ask me wife. We watch, so she pops up on the screen. I can't watch. I just can't. She's no screen presence. She just has nothing that makes me believe that she's the Doctor. And, you know, after two years in a special, she still hasn't made me. Well, then she should be sacked. In fairness, she should have been. I tell you, if I was working for BBC, she would have been sacked. Actually, if I had been in Piers Wenger's position and Chris Chibnall had come up to me after Series 11 and handed in his resignation along with Jodie Whittaker, I would have accepted. But he wouldn't, because, you know, he's pride. He's the one that gave Chibnall the job. So he can't seem to be a failure, right? But I wouldn't give a crap. You make the decision what's best for the show. And even if it does expose you for making a wrong decision, well, let's hope you learn from it. That's the whole point of making mistakes. Once you learn from your mistakes and you move on, fans can forgive. But you didn't. You didn't. What you said to him was, no, I want you to hang on for another year. Just go on. You, John, just hang on for one more year. Let's give it another year. Let's see what happens. And remember, that was another piece of information that we were given back ages ago, that he had convinced them to stay for another season. So if that's the case, right, and that rumour still holds up, right, if that rumour still holds up, then she is gone. She is gone. This is what I'm saying. These rumours are not going away. The fact that these are being spoken about, people should sit up and take notice. People can say what they want. They can say that I'm doing this for clicks and whatever. I'm not. This is the information that I was given. This is the information that I've put out there. I've said it's rumour, speculation until it's either confirmed or denied by the BBC. But I will say this. Jodie Whittaker herself is the only one that has officially confirmed that she's staying for Doctor Who. BBC have not made that official whatsoever. And go and check. They haven't. And BBC are the ones. So, and this is the thing. I will wait until BBC actually make that announcement, right? Because I don't care what any Jodie Whittaker fan says, right? And I don't, and this is no disrespect to anybody out there. I don't care for that rumour that was spread out there by that J-bot that said she's staying for another 2 seasons. She's not staying for another 2 seasons. And I firmly believe she's gone. I firmly do believe that she's gone myself personally. Because logically speaking, and as I said, you look at the facts, it does not justify keeping those 2 on. Right? I mean, look at Bradley Walsh has decided to leave. Tolson Cole has decided to leave. Right? There's no way they're going to continue this show. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to, because it's like they'd have to start all over again with new companions and all that. And why bother if you're going to get rid of her a year later? It just wouldn't make any sense. Just get rid of her now. But I will add this. None of this makes any difference if Chris Chibnall is not gone with her, right? So either way, even if she does get fired, I'm not happy. I won't be happy until Chris Chibnall's name is part of that. Because what's the point? You know, you're getting rid of the actress, but you're not getting rid of the showrunner, who is also a problem. It's just a pity we didn't get a high caliber actress. You know, maybe she would have been able to do a Peter Capaldi on some of the Moffat scripts that were bad. You know, but that's why you need an Olivia Colman. You know, you need an actress of that ability to be able to get those poor scripts and elevate them. You know, and yes, Chris Chibnall's writing is so bad that even I'd find it a struggle, even though I'm not an actor, but even I'd find it a struggle to make these scripts likable. But, you know, you have to give it a go. And you look at Whittaker, look, the person that doesn't do the research and does it after the fact, as I said, any actress or actor worth their grain of salt would have went behind the showrunner's back and actually done it. They do it all the time. Actors and actresses always say, well, the director told me not to do it, but I did anyway, right? That's what they do. Whittaker didn't. And that's why I'll never forgive her, because she should have done the research. And I'm not saying that she has to be a fan of Doctor Who, because some people then start saying, oh, so you're saying that Jodie Whittaker? No. She doesn't have to be a fan. Matt Smith wasn't a fan. He became a fan after the fact, right? I'm not asking her to be a fan. I'm not even asking her to like Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. She can hate the fucking show for all I care. But when she's getting paid to do that role, she's going to fucking put her best performance forward. But she hasn't. She hasn't. Because she hasn't done the research. Because she's done the research, she'd be better prepared, and she'd actually probably do the role justice. When she did that doctor speech, right? Still to this day, that speech is still the thing that I hate them. Timeless Children, yes, and I'll always hate that for what it's done. But that as well, that speech that she did, it was pathetic. It was pathetic. The reaction of some people when you were watching that speech annoyed me as well. You know, because I knew a few weeks later that this wouldn't be the reaction. Listen, you were all sold a pipe dream. Right, of the first female doctor, and BBC and Chris Chibnall could not do it justice. Right, I'm not saying, and I've never said this, it's not all Jodie Whittaker's fault. I understand that, but she's going to be called out, and I don't care if she has a vagina. Again, someone told me on Twitter, oh, look at this, when are men going to understand that they can't have an opinion? I was told. Right? So I wrote up, what, because I have a penis, I can't have an opinion on someone that has a vagina. An actress that has taken a role that I hold dear, I can't criticize her because she has a vagina. I'm sorry. She's open to criticism just like the rest of them, if not more, because she's the first female doctor. And that's what you don't realize. She was always going to be criticized a lot more than our male counterparts from the past, because she was the first female doctor. They made such a big deal out of it, and she failed. And it's not all her failure, but she should have done the research. She shouldn't have done a video slagging the fans. She shouldn't have come out with the white male gaze comments and saying that women sat in the corner. She obviously didn't watch 90s TV, because there was a lot of women kicking ass during the time of 90s TV. You had Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You also had Xena Princess Warrior back in the 80s, Wonder Woman, Bionic Woman. Where else had you got? Movies wise, you had the Alien franchise, you had the Terminator franchise. You had plenty of women kicking ass back in the day. Plenty of women kicking ass. But Jodie Whittaker mustn't have watched TV back in the day, because if you were to listen to her interview shortly after, she says, all women do is sit in the corner while all the men get all the juicy roles. Well, maybe if you actually upped your game and you actually, perfected your profession, maybe I wouldn't be criticizing you. But it's not all your fault. As I said, you shouldn't have cast a mediocre actress to the role, but that's what Chibnall did. And that's what BBC did. They allowed Chibnall to cast a mediocre actress, right? And if it's true that a high-quality actress turned down the role, she knew exactly what was coming. That's why she turned down the role. She turned down the role because she knew it was a token role. She knew that they would be only using it to push a certain agenda, and that actress, whether she has those political beliefs or not, she obviously believes that Doctor Who should be male. Because because let's be honest, if she didn't, she would have took the role. But she didn't. So for anybody that's just joining us, because there's 67 people here watching me this early, there won't be as many watching me, 70 now. There won't be as many watching me when we do the watch along after this, which is in 40 minutes, by the way, guys. We'll be getting ready for that. The link is already up for you. So you just want to join me for the Series 2 finale. We're doing Army of Ghosts. But for people that have just joined the chat, this is the latest news. And as I stress again, because I have to, because there's morons out there with sawdust in their heads and they don't realize when someone says rumor and speculation, I'm not actually saying that this information is 100% fact. But the latest news is this. Jodie Whittaker will be gone Christmas. And if she goes, it's not because she left of her own volition. And I want to make this clear. It's because she was sacked. Now, as I said, rumor, speculation, 50-50 chance, 50-50 chance. There are some people out there as well, like me, that have been doing this rumor, speculation, know that there is a regeneration sin that was filmed, right? So my theory is this, right? And this is just my theory. I reckon she will regenerate Christmas, but we won't see the new Doctor. They will leave it as a cliffhanger, and then they'll bring back Doctor Who when they are able to actually film the show, but it will be with a new Doctor. It will be with a new Doctor. It will not be with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, as that's what I believe. And that's just me, right? Now, that's just putting all the rumor and speculation, all the news that I've gotten, all the news off other YouTube channels as well that they've done and made public. I'm putting all the information together, and that's my theory. She will regenerate Christmas, because they do have that regeneration scene, because Chaos in Cardiff did happen. Rolf Harris, guy knows who I'm talking about when I call him Rolf Harris. Rolf Harris tried to say that I was lying about Chaos in Cardiff and that I make stuff up just to be sensationalist. No, Chaos in Cardiff did happen. Pete McTeague was actually showrunning for a few weeks last year. He was on Twitter actively promoting the classic box set. He did the trailer, right? He was acting like showrunner. Chaos in Cardiff did happen. Chibnall fecked off. He was nowhere to be seen. And I'm telling you now, they're not coming back for Series 13 because there's just too much trouble. There's just too much infighting. We've also heard about the two factions, different factions fighting with each other to take over Doctor Who. It's a shitstorm. I don't know how these people on the other side actually think everything is rosy. If you actually knew all the stuff that was happening, you would be very worried. We're trying to help you here. We're trying to help you. All you need to do is start coming out against Chris Chibnall. You know, but well, he should have done that during Series 11 and 12. Then he might have had a chance of saving Jodie Whittaker. And then maybe we would have got a showrunner in that would actually expose how bad of an actress she is. Because I do believe she is that bad. But you never know. She might have surprised me, though. You might have got a decent script and a decent director that knows how to direct someone and actually say, right, you're playing it wrong. This is the way I want you to play it. Oh, by the way, do the research as well. I can't believe the old showrunner told you not to do it. Do the research. I want you to watch, especially New Who, because that's what she'd have to. That's what she'd have to do. But there you go. We got another £2 super chat. Since March, it's hard to keep up with the TARDIS zone. Since March, it's been hard to keep up with the TARDIS zone, says Garbage. Yeah, Garbage, I haven't seen it in a while. I hope you're well, friend. Hope you're doing okay. Nice to see you in the chat again. And thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. So that's the news, folks. So again, there's nothing more really to say. So Jodie Whittaker, according to the latest rumor and speculation, will be gone Christmas. And if she does go, it won't be because she left. It's because she was sacked. And I want to make that clear because, you know, I will always come out and defend. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I'll always come out and defend Peter Capaldi, because they're trying to say Peter Capaldi wasn't sacked on the other side. And we all know he was, right? So I just want them to know that Jodie Whittaker isn't leaving of her own volition. She's being booted out the door, right? And I'm going to keep saying that because I'm not going to let you all think that she walked out with her head held high. Damn, can't even say the words now. Because she didn't. She's getting booted out because she's rubbish. And that's what you do with rubbish. You boot them out. You kick them to the side of the curb. And that's exactly what she deserves because she didn't do the research. And because she's not a great actress. Noel, do you think Peter was fired to make way for a female doctor? She was. She was. Because, see, we have evidence of this, though. This is the thing. We don't need to be told because we actually have evidence of this. About a month before he actually, 6 weeks it was, before he actually came out and made the decision that he was leaving, Chris Chibnall was announced. Or when Chris Chibnall was announced, Peter Capaldi came out with an interview and said he couldn't wait to work with Chris Chibnall. That he worked with Chris Chibnall on Torchwood and they did amazing work together on Torchwood, and he was looking forward to working with him, right? He'd also come out in the same interview, said he was hoping to play this role for many years. 6 weeks later, or around that time, or 2 months later, he goes on to BBC Radio, does a radio show, and is literally crying while telling the fans that he is packing up the role of Doctor Who, right? Now that line, and I've always said this, that line in Twice Upon a Time, I let you go, that line was forced. He did not let no role go. He was forced out to make way for Jodie Whittaker, right? Well, he was made leave not because of Jodie Whittaker, but because they wanted to actually hire a female doctor. It just so happened to be Jodie Whittaker that they got when their original choice apparently turned it down, right? So, yeah. So, I mean, look, she was pushed. She was pushed like Peter, and nobody can tell me any different. You listen to that radio interview. Some people have put it up on Twitter. I think it's is a Zoe Ball. I think it's either Zoe Ball or the other female DJ. I forget her name. Joe something, I think her name is, or whatever. He does the radio interview with her. Listen to it. Listen to his voice. Listen to him tremble. Listen to him when he's saying he's actually given up the role, and listen while you hear his heart break. That man wanted to play it as long as Tom Baker. If not, he wanted to become the longest serving Doctor. That's what he wanted. And for people out there saying that, oh, well, the schedule and he's tired and all. Well, he's filming a fucking Marvel movie right now. Is it Marvel? No, DC. DC, sorry. He's filming a DC movie right fucking now. Do you think that's going to be easy? Do you think he's going to have an easy job there? You know, big Hollywood production? Nah. There wasn't tiredness or anything like that. That's the excuse that they used and all, that he was tired. He started coming out with these stupid, ridiculous articles about how he doesn't do his own stunts and how he's tired and all of this rubbish, right? No such bloody thing. He's going to be in a DC bleed movie, and he's not going to have it easy there. He's going to have to do whatever he's going to have to do in that movie. And I guarantee you, he's going to have to do a lot of physical stuff. So, no, don't be giving me this crap that that it was getting to him and filming, because then, after they said that, they got Matt Smith coming, oh yeah, filming's very, and David Tennant. They just did that. They just got those two because they know they'll back up the BBC because they love Doctor Who, but they'll just say whatever. Hey, no, sorry I was late. I was getting the grub. We haven't actually started the watch along. This is about Jodie Whittaker. Received more news. Whittaker apparently, there's a 50-50 chance that she's gone by Christmas, and if she is gone by Christmas, she's being sacked. And that's where I'm going to leave it now, because I've got to get ready for the other stream. Well, in between that, I have to actually get the dinner on and then come back then. The link is already up for the other stream. Come and join me for Army of Ghosts if you're into listening to us actually do something. See, I always get criticised for doing negative stuff, right? But the J-Bots never speak about the watch-alongs that I do. So if there's any J-Bots listening, if you'd like and you haven't heard us do one of these watch-alongs, why not stay and actually listen and actually hear what we have to say, yeah? Instead of listening to twats and morons on Twitter about me and all of my fellow YouTubers or tweeters out there, why not actually stay and listen to what we actually talk about? And you will see that when we watch decent Doctor Who, we actually have positive things to say. It's not always negative. And by the way, there are some things I don't like in this season finale. And this was at the height of Doctor Who's popularity, with David Tennant going into the Matt Smith era. David Tennant, as my wife will tell you, is not one of my favourite doctors. But at least in the role, he could act. He could act. That's why I don't have a problem with Tennant. He can act. He can actually act. And Midnight is probably one of my favourite episodes of his, because it's just him on his own on a bus, a space bus, with a group of strangers, and there's an entity, right? And it's him trying, and it's brilliant, right? That's the David Tennant I wanted. The Time Lord Victorious Tennant as well. That's the Tennant I wanted to play the Doctor, but we got the more jokey, happy-go-lucky, and I didn't like that, to be honest. So, see, I criticised in the past. The difference is you can't criticize a vagina now, because, you do that, you're a hater, you're a bigot, you're a sexist. And the Fury of the Deep trailer is out. Well, we will do that, because, listen, this is what's going to happen. Rabbi and all's going to come on to do the other watch-along, and they're going to want to talk about this and the other stuff. So if you join us, that's what we'll be doing before we actually do the watch along. So if you want to come in, I will whack up the Fury of the Deep animation trailer on the other stream. I'm going to go now and leave you all. Thank you to the two guys that left me a super chat. I really appreciate it. Everybody in the chat that has popped in to leave a comment as well, thank you very much. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. do me a favor. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, will you not, as well? And if you could do me a favor, especially share this video as well. You know, get this information out there. The other side want to shut people down like me, right? They want to stop us from releasing information because they think that we're doing it deliberately to rile the fandom up. That is not true. We have been receiving information, especially on this channel, for the last 2 years anyway, okay? And other channels out there have been doing it for years. The problem is that these people don't like anybody talking about Jodie Whittaker or Chris Chibnall in any way whatsoever. It doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. If it's positive, then they think you're up to something. If it's negative, then you see what happens, right? At the end of the day, you morons, right? This is what happens. Fandom has always had people in the know, yeah? And yeah, you might say, oh, I've got a bit of it. I don't have a bit of it. Listen, I cannot explain why sources came to me and gave me information. I can never explain that, right? But at the end of the day, I can come up with my own theories. And my theory is this, basically, right? Yes, they could go to newspapers. But if they went to newspapers, they probably have a higher risk of exposing themselves. That way, if they use someone like me, they can get the information out there. But yeah, okay, some will argue, well, why don't they use bigger YouTubers? That's a fair point. I don't know. I've never been able to kind of fully explain that. But all I will say is this. Well, I can to a certain extent. I get on very well with these people. I've built up a great relationship with these people. They know how I feel. They don't have an agenda. Someone says they must have an agenda. They actually don't. They actually just want to get the news out there because they believe that fans have a right to know. And the simple fact is that Chibnall is very, you know, when it comes to giving news, we don't get any. So, you know, it's always happened in the fandom. Even under the Moffat era and the Chibnall era, there were leaks left, right, and centre. But those people weren't criticised. Yes, they were criticised for probably leaking the information if it was something major, you know. But those channels were they'd hit them with DMCs or whatever you call them. They are copyright strikes, you know, and the news be taken. But now you can't even do anything at all. You're not allowed. You can't even do the rumour and speculation anymore. It's not allowed. These fans won't allow it. Well, I'm sorry, it's going to continue. You're not going to stop me. And as I said last night on Twitter, because I knew I'd get more because I had asked follow-up questions. I always do anyway. But the thing is, I'm not going to stop, and I never will, because that's what my channel does. And I'm always going to get news as long as this source chooses to continue to feed me information. Until then, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue like everybody else. And I know there's a few YouTubers out there that do information that have had a little pop at me. To you idiots, all I'll just say is that what makes you more in the know than me? It doesn't. So shut the fuck up. Do your news. Let me do my news, and we'll see where it all ends when BBC make their announcements. Yeah? So shut up. And don't mention me again, you twat. I know your channel is actually bombing out, and that's why you mention me, but don't. Right, talk to you later. Have a good one. Actually, I'll talk to you in, hold on, where's the timer? I'll talk to you in 23 minutes and 50 seconds exactly. Now, here we go. Here's the trailer. Hold on. I'll take this message down because Lee does say to me sometimes, you know, oh, the message is on the screen. And he's right, because we like to see the all. And it was hosted by me. Oh, by the way, everybody thinks I'm a journalist as well. I'm not a journalist. I was never a journalist, by the way. Oh, I do have a lot of journalists following me, though, which is interesting. I wonder why. But no, I'm not a journalist, because if I was, trust me, BBC would know how bad Doctor Who is, and they wouldn't be able to ignore it. Chuckzilla with a $5 Canadian super chat. He says, Merry Christmas, Noel. Jesus, do you know what, Chuck? If this is true, Christmas has come early, but I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made last year, though. Right? I was so convinced last year that the two of them were gone. And it was happening, by the way. up until a certain point, it was happening. Other YouTubers were backing me up on this, right? And then it changed. I'm not making the same mistake twice. I'm not going to say this is 100%, right? So, as I said, it's rumor, speculation. Take it as you will. And remember, there are other YouTubers out there that do source news as well. Check them out. Matrix Lord is another one that does do source news. Now, I know his news kind of, my news and his news are polar opposites, but that doesn't mean that he's wrong either. You know what I mean? None of us know if we're right. We're just getting information from our sources. Doesn't mean he's right or wrong. It doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. But go and check out his information as well. I would say to you is to go, this is what I'd say to you, right? Because this is how balanced I am. I would advise you all to go and seek out those YouTubers that actually do source information and watch them all. And then you can make up your own mind, you know. But you do have a few out there that do say to me, well, Matrix Lord said this, so blah, 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 blah. Joe will even tell you this himself. I was even speaking to Joe about this last night. Joe knows as well as I do that source information like that is not 100% guaranteed. That was the mistake I made last year because it was only my second year into doing source information, and I was being given advice, but you know me, I ignore it most of the time because I think I know best. I'm getting better at that and starting to listen to people. Hold on, we stick Chuckzilla's super chat up there, but first. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows whether they're right or wrong, and we won't know until BBC officially confirm it. So that's what I'd say. Go and check out everybody that does rumor, speculation, news. Eddie Ascaro too. Yes, well done, Daniel. And Talk the Doctor. Eddie Ascaro does some news as well. Check out all those channels and make up your own minds. Gary even last night on his stream even brought up the rumor of Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall leaving. So he basically confirmed that his sources said that they're leaving. So there's multiple people out there and multiple sources actually saying that she is. So we will see. As I said, there are people out there saying that she's staying for another 2 seasons. We will find out soon enough because BBC, listen, special, we're in September now. That's literally 12 weeks until Christmas, let's just say. A little over 12 weeks to Christmas. So some sort of announcement will have to be made in the next few weeks anyway. So look out for that because I'm telling you, it's going to happen. And we got Problem Being and all in the chat. Right, don't forget to join me over on the other link. As I said, it's already up. Go and join me for Army of Ghosts if these are coming in, if some of you are going to join us. And I would say to some of the Jodie Whittaker fans, if you're listening to me now, why don't you just pop over and actually listen to the conversations that we actually have? Instead of just listening to the Jodie Whittaker videos and all the stuff that we do, why not see what else we do on the channel? Because the thing about it is we get called toxic and we get called this, that, and the other. But people don't realize that we actually do other stuff on the channel as well. We don't just talk about Doctor Who and the current state of the era or Jodie Whittaker. We do watch-alongs and we do other panels as well. And we've had on a lot of different guests. So please, if you are a Jodie Whittaker supporter, please come and join us for the Army of Ghosts watch-along. And if you have it on Netflix yourselves, pop it on. We'll do a countdown and we watch it all together, and then we make our comments and people in the chat get involved, and it's great. And you'll have a good time. Seriously, a lot of people are saying that they're loving these. It was great the amount of lovely messages that I got yesterday. People saying, "Can you keep these up and all and stuff?" Which I am going to do. So there's a demand for these as well. So come and join us. You never know. You might get surprised and actually say, oh, well, maybe Noel's not a prick after all. Because I really haven't. I really haven't. I can be a bit of an asshole. I'm not going to lie. Who isn't? But I'm not a bad person. Not a bad person. I'm not the person that they all say that I am. And I certainly don't go around deliberately trying to bait fandom in this way. As you have seen, if I want to get back at Whittaker fans, I go after the one person that they hate me going after, which is Whittaker herself. I will do a post or I'll do a stream that will talk about her, and that's how I get them back, because they don't like me talking about Whittaker. So I don't need to go into all of these other tactics that I'm accused of and stuff. I just wish people would actually come to my channel themselves and actually listen instead of listening to the propaganda that's out there about me. Now, again, of course, Twitter is lighting up because I've put this news out. I don't care. You can say what you want. At the end of the day, as I said, it's rumor and speculation until either verified or dismissed by the BBC. Yeah, by the way, when I say Christmas, I have to make this clear. When I say Christmas, I actually mean the Christmas period. I should have actually made that clear. When I say Christmas, I mean the festive period. So she could be sacked anywhere between Christmas and New Year's Day. Okay? Just to stick that in there. I should have stuck that in there, but now you know. Same thing. Anyway, all I'm just saying, Christmas period. So Christmas, I shouldn't have said Christmas Day. So Christmas. And Noel is just passionate about the show like the rest of us. Exactly. And I'm not going to stop criticizing just because a woman is in the role. She doesn't get special treatment. And she certainly shouldn't be getting paid the same money as Peter Capaldi. And as I said, Eddie Ascaro does have a poll up on his channel, and he actually does pose that question. Now, he has actually stressed that it's nothing got to do with her gender. It's got to do with the amount of work that she actually puts in. Does it justify her getting the same wage as Peter Capaldi? Please, please, please vote in the poll. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. That's up to you yourselves. But I've already voted. And you already know what my answer is. I don't need to tell you, but you know what my answer was. So, yeah, go and vote in that poll because it's for his show on Friday. He puts up polls during the week and then he reads out the results on Friday. So please do give Eddie's channel, Talk the Doctor, a sub as well, please, will you? Because Eddie is he's one of the nice ones. Trust me, Eddie has done a lot for me. There have been times where it's been gotten really bad in the fandom, and I've been able to go and talk to him and stuff, and it's been great. And Ballstrek as well. There's been a few people out there that I can talk to if things get bad in the fandom, because I don't like really, I used to tell Cheryl everything, but at the end of the day, she doesn't want to be getting involved in what's going on, and rightly so. So they talk to the lads that, that also deal with the same stuff. And even a couple of the ladies as well have given me advice. Charlotte actually gave me advice last week as well, when the J-bots were trying to egg me on and stuff. So again, I'll just say, when I mean Christmas, I meant the Christmas period, but still, same thing. 50-50 chance she'd be gone by the Christmas period, and she was sacked if it happens. She didn't leave of her own volition, by the way. That's what they'll tell you, but I'm telling you otherwise. Right, I'm gone. I said I was gone 10 minutes ago. I'm definitely going. Here's the outro. Talk to you in about 15 minutes. See you later. Thank you.